Hola, hola, chicos, bienvenidos, Spanglish with Sean. Well, you have been waiting, and I have been preparing to deliver this lesson with pluralization of the Spanish noun, right? So today we change the spotlight to Spanish, Español, and bienvenidos, welcome. You know, Spanish has never been easier with Spanglish with Sean. So you continue to make your friends come over to this channel, your family, classmates, colleagues. Tell them that this channel is where they are going to learn Spanish in a simple but fun and effective way, an easy way. No longer will it be complicated or confusing. So let's go to the nouns that we often, last time we looked at the singular, masculine and feminine nouns, and we say we have use L, that tells us masculine, but it doesn't always end with O, but generally those nouns end with O. And the feminine counterpart, where the noun ends in A and you use la, but we looked at some exceptions, right? So what about the plural forms of those nouns? Well, today we're going to explore that concept. So masculine nouns, as we know, the L, so to change them to their plural form, we're going to make them los. So that's the first step. Change the L to los. For the feminine nouns, they change the la to las. See, claro? Es claro, it's clear, right? So comprenden, do you understand? You are to say, si comprendo. Muy bien. I hear all of those. All of you all over the world. Si comprendo. Muy bien. All right. And if you don't understand, if it's no yo comprendo, please state it in the comment section. All right, so we move on. The next rule, number 3, if the noun ends in a vowel now, so looking at the noun itself, we know how to change the articles, right? L becomes los and la becomes las. But if the noun ends in a vowel, we need to add an S. Yes, so we have to have both the article and the noun changing to reflect the plural forms, right? So the vowel change, once the noun ends in a vowel, you add the S. We're going to look at examples shortly on the other side of the board. If the noun, number 4, if it ends in a consonant now, such as, so it's very specific, D, L, N, or R, we add ES. ES. We have to add ES. If the noun ends in a Z though, or some people say Z, change to C first, and then you add the ES. So let me put that. And then add ES. So let's take the examples we have now. Let's see the rules being applied in real life. So real time. So el libro becomes los libros. So the textbook becomes los libros. If we had el texto, it will become el texto. Los textos. So you would not say el libros, you have to change the L to plural form, los libros. And you wouldn't say los libros without the S. The S has to be there, must be there, right? Los libros. So the L becomes los and the libro becomes libros. El cuaderno, which means your notebook, your writing book, becomes los cuadernos. So El again becomes los cuadernos. You have to put on the S. Your S's are very important in Spanish. Even though in speaking you might not hear them all the time, clearly enunciated, pronounced, but you have to write them though, right? If you are writing a story, a paragraph, a message, a letter, you have to look like these. El chico, which means boy, or chico, becomes los chicos. Easy, right? You're getting it. El burro, donkey, becomes los burros, donkeys. What about the feminine counterparts? Well, let's examine them. La becomes la silla, which is the chair, becomes las sillas, right? Let me highlight it. So la silla becomes las sillas. S must be there. La cama, which means bed, becomes las camas. S is there. La camisa becomes las camisas. right? La falda becomes las faldas. See? Now, nouns ending in consonants, right? So some of those that we mentioned a while ago, the D, the L, the N, the R. Let's look at some. But before we go to this one, let me add one here. Let's say, because it says a vowel, we add S. So all of these are the O's, but there are nouns that have an E, right? So we have the other vowels already. Let me repeat them. A, E, I, O, U. That's our famous little jingle. A, E, I, O, U. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Right. So we have this one, el pupitre. Pupitre, desk. Simple. Los, you add the S. It's a vowel, so you don't need to worry to change anything. You just add the S. So los, pupitres. Right. Alright, so any vowel once is A, E, I, O, U, you just add the S. But you have to change the article L, the, to los. Okay? So let's go down here now with these other the consonants now that you might be confused. I'm not too sure. Well, now you are sure because the rule is there. So the singular form, let's take the el móvil. El móvil becomes los móviles. See? Móviles, and the accent remains. El móvil, your mobile phone. Los móviles. El examen, your exam. And the accent is on the A. But remember the X must sound like must be like the S. Examen, so don't say exam. Examen, examen. Then los exámenes. Los exámenes. So el examen, so no accent, no I accent on the A. But for the plural form, there it becomes an accent is the exámenes. So that's a little difference. For the singular mobile, so sometimes the accent, the noun will lose its accent when it changes from one to the other. So in this case, examen doesn't have an accent, but when it changes to plural, it takes on an accent. Los exámenes versus el móvil, accent remains, and in the plural form, it remains. Los móviles. Then we have el computador becomes los computadores. Why? Because we said it's up here, the rule, the R once, it's a consonant, you add the ES. R, computador, computadores. El papel, paper, paper. El papel becomes los papeles, right? More than one, right? So, but we are continuing. What about the one with Z? Sorry for that. Yes, my marker fell. El marcador, cayó. You learned a tense a while ago, cayó. So that means it fell. So we have el papel. What about this feminine noun, la flor? La flor going to become, based on the rule, la becomes las, flor, this is an R, so we add what? Yes, you're right, Jonathan, ES, so las flores. So that was cinco, seis. Remember your numbers, keep practicing to say every time you repeat a number, find its equivalent in Spanish. So we have la flor becomes las flores. The N, what about the N? La canción, song. La canción, accent on the O becomes las canciones. You must have the ES, add the ES to it. And then we have habilidad, the D you know. Ability. La habilidad becomes las habilidades. Right? So you must add the ES, add the D, AD, the D ends in a D. So you must add. What about the Z? Well, let's take the one that we are very familiar with. El lápiz, pencil. El lápiz becomes los, yes, Maria, los lápices. See? So you change the Z to the C, as we learned earlier, right here, that rule. Just change the Z to the C. And you simply add es, but maintain the accent on the a. So el lápiz becomes los lápices. And so I'm going to give you some practice now. So let's see how well you will do with these. And for homework, basically, it will serve for homework. So you're going to continue with converting. So change cambie los sustantivos, so nouns, los sustantivos singulares al plural. So you're learning about instructions in Spanish now. So change the singular nouns to plural. Cambie los sustantivos singulares al plural. See? So let's take the first one. So you are going to show me. So one, we have el niño. So for you know, tell me what the answer will be. Two, la niña. La condición. La condición means condition. Condición. La voz, your voice, la voz. And one more, finally, you have la actitud. Attitude. La actitude. So, next, when you rejoin me, you are going to put the answers in the comment section, put the answers, the plural forms, and I will go through it with you in the next part 2 and see if you are following, you are listening, you are watching, and so I'm sure the answers, you will get them correct. Just replay this video, watch again, and repeat and practice these so that you will learn, and the brain will absorb the information, so you'll have it for future use. So from me to you, nos vemos. Cuídense bien, take care of yourselves. Estudien, study. Say practiquen, practice. And guess what? Don't keep information to yourselves, because that's how you are going to learn. Keep sharing. Once you share, you are going to benefit yourselves and others. So see you next time. Adios. Hasta luego. Bendiciones. Blessings.